Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to tackle a huge challenge that pretty much every business on the planet faces, but honestly, one that most people never even think about: paying the bills. Sounds simple, right? But just try to imagine matching thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of invoices to their original orders and delivery slips. It's a recipe for absolute chaos. Today, we're going to see how AI is stepping in to bring some serious clarity to that exact mess. This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. Picture it for a second. You've got a whole team buried under a mountain of paperwork, or maybe a million emails, just trying to connect one document to another. Every single line item, every number, every detail has to line up perfectly. It's this scene of controlled chaos that plays out in businesses every single day. And let me tell you, this isn't just about a little frustration. A single misplaced decimal point, a wrong purchase order number, that can bring the entire payment process to a screeching halt. And then what happens? You've got late payments, you've got angry vendors, and even worse, you've got costly errors that directly hammer the company's bottom line. The stakes here are way higher than you might think. So, what exactly is this puzzle that causes so much grief? Well, it's called three-way matching, and it's basically the gold standard for making sure a bill is legit and should actually be paid. Think of it like a detective's case that has to be solved with no loose ends before any money changes hands. Now, this case has three key pieces of evidence. First up, you have the purchase order. That's the promise the company made to pay for something. Next, you've got the goods receipt. That's the delivery, the proof of what actually showed up at the door. And finally, there's the invoice. That's the bill from the vendor asking to get paid. And here's the kicker. For a payment to even be considered, all three of these documents have to tell the exact same story. And this slide right here, this is where things get really messy. On the left, you see the perfect world. Everything lines up. But on the right, that's reality. What happens if the invoice has the wrong PO number? Or, only half the order arrived, but they billed for the whole thing? Or the price is off by just a few cents? Any one of these tiny little mismatches can grind the entire system to a halt. Which really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? In an age where we can automate almost anything, how can businesses solve this complicated puzzle efficiently and accurately without, completely drowning their finance teams in paperwork? Well, you probably guessed it. The answer is technology. Specifically, it's AI-powered automation. And we're going to dig into this by looking at a solution from our source material called Snoh Fusion, just to see how this stuff actually works in the real world. Okay, so at the very heart of this solution is a technology called Intelligent Document Processing, or IDP. And the key word here, folks, is intelligent. This isn't just your old school scanner that makes a picture of a document. No, no, no. The AI here actually reads and understands the information on the page, just like a person would, only thousands of times faster and without needing a coffee break. So here's the play-by-play. The AI ingests the purchase order, the receipt, and the invoice. It instantly scans them, identifies and rips out all the critical data: the vendor name, the amounts, the dates, you name it. Then it does the detective work, cross-referencing everything. If it's a perfect match, boom, done. If anything is off, even by a single penny, it instantly flags it and sends it to a human for a quick look. This creates two super clear, super efficient paths. Path 1, if every single detail lines up perfectly, the AI auto-approves it and that invoice gets paid almost instantly. Path 2, if there's a price mismatch or any other problem, it's immediately flagged and sent to the right person. It's like having both a gas pedal for the easy stuff and a powerful emergency brake for the tricky stuff. So that's the tech, but what does this actually do for a business? What's the real payoff here? Because when you automate a core process like this, it doesn't just fix one small problem. It creates this awesome ripple effect across the entire company. How about this for an impact? A 90% faster processing time. Seriously, just let that sink in. A task that used to take days of tedious manual work can now get done in minutes. That means vendors get paid on time, which makes them happy. And it frees up your finance team to stop being paper pushers and start being strategists. Actually analyzing data and finding ways to save the company money. And this one might be even more mind-blowing. Zero. As in zero errors in the invoices that get matched by the AI. Its precision just wipes out all those little human errors, the typos, the misread numbers that we talked about at the beginning. This basically eliminates the financial risk that comes from paying the wrong amount or paying a bill twice. So when you pull it all together, the picture is crystal clear. We're talking about massive gains in accuracy, lightning-fast approvals, and a huge drop in financial risk. This isn't just some minor tweak to a process. It's a fundamental upgrade to the financial engine of the entire business. This all really points to a whole new way of thinking, a new gold standard for how modern businesses should be running their financial operations. And it really just boils down to 3 simple, powerful actions. And it creates this beautiful, powerful cycle. You automate the boring, tedious work nobody wants to do. You use that automation to validate the critical data with near-perfect accuracy, and the result? You accelerate your entire business. What used to be a slow, painful chore in the back office suddenly becomes a real strategic advantage. Which leaves us with this final, really simple but incredibly powerful idea. For a process that is so critical to a company's financial health, the idea of just letting an AI handle it, well, that represents a massive shift in trust and capability. The question is no longer if AI can manage these complex tasks, but how quickly businesses will embrace it to get ahead.